Greetings, Twin Flame lover. Hi, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle, the Twin Flame Matchmaker, and I am here today to be an ambassador of divine abundance, financial wealth that's in resonance with your signature soul song, the essence of your soul. And I am here in a castle today in beautiful southern France, in the region where Mary Magdalene was said to have come and taught and meditated in beautiful caves that we went to visit yesterday, as legend says, perhaps truth says. And I'm in this vibration of abundance. I'm on a retreat with 6 other women, and we're in this epic, epic castle. Like, it feels like this extreme lavish luxury. And part of me feels like, yay, I deserve to be here. I'm so happy. This feels so yummy and spoiling of my inner princess and queen. And another part of me feels like, we're not supposed to do this. This is bad. Only, a small number of people get to live in the castle, and the common folk have to work the land. I want to break this paradigm. I'm here on the planet so that we can all live in our own version of what our castle is. It's been a long journey for me as a high-heeled priestess, a healer, a priestess of the light, who's also in modern day times where we've gone into the full masculine, where we have created patriarchal structures that have formed corporations, corporal bodies of business, where we're busy, we are focused on going forward into the future without necessarily feeling into the feminine energy of what is necessary right now. So we've created money systems that are really out of balance with the soul, with the heart, and with the feminine energy, what I call the pussy power sometimes, $$ $Y. It's an empowering way of talking about this feminine creative life force energy. And here in this castle, it's all brick, these huge stone walls and lines, and at the same time, in the 4 corners, there are these beautiful, or maybe it's 3 areas of the castle, there are these beautiful curved towers. And I know that the Knights Templars were the ones that imported the curved tower shape that was classic of their structures, their fortresses. And these came over from the Middle East as the Knights Templars were protecting not only secrets of the Holy Grail, of Mary Magdalene's bloodline secret and Yeshua's secret, but also they were protecting the secrets of the ancient ones, the Phoenicians, and this dates all the way back to Atlanteans and even early Lemurian times. And also the higher dimensional galactic codes that teach us how to have perfect sacred geometry. So we've been going a little bit off course with too much of the masculine lines. In the $sign, we have the circle. It's broken into, split into 2. We get the S shape, but it's the feminine, and it's been broken. And that's fine. It's a symbol of the broken circle comes from her intersection with the masculine, the line, the linear, the structural, the protective, I want to go forward in the future. I want to charge my army, and I don't care if I die. The masculine protects the feminine. He protects the earth, the land. But we came out of times like in this beautiful medieval castle, or I don't know exactly the time period. I believe it evolved over 1,000 years. But it's really interesting to think about how we're living in a paradigm based on the past, based on men raping and pillaging and going off to numerous wars until relatively recently. In history, we've had a long time, dating back probably hundreds of thousands of years, if you believe in sort of the alternative way of looking at history. We didn't have civilization start just 5,000 years ago. It came way before then. So we've been in a on and off culture of a lot of trauma with raping and pillaging and creating this society that we live in now. The society that we're living in now is based on an evolution of patriarchy in the physical world. Their testosterone carried us to where we are today. Unfortunately, this does not align with the feminine essence of our soul. And so we have this gap to bridge. It's like we need to get to the other side of the river, but we don't have a boat, or we haven't constructed it yet. So it doesn't seem easy. But in order to create the new wealth systems, we need to start really feeling into our feminine energy more and knowing that it can create money. We often think there's no connection with our creative force energy, how we create babies is not related at all to how we create wealth. It's not true. It's time to take charge of our womb spaces. It's time to take charge of our feminine essence, our feelings, our emotions, our desires, our intuitive wisdom. And it's okay. It's okay to start monetizing it. I know it's hard. For me, it's been hard because monetizing my intuitive gifts, my spiritual gifts, the persecution lifetimes come up. If I say, I'm a powerful high priestess, and what I can do for you is this, and I charge these rates. I've had clients who I can help them, but they decide they don't want help. They hire me, and instead they want to persecute me. I'm like, well, if that's what you want to do. I've had many people that before even deciding, even looking at if they want to hire me, they decide what you're doing is wrong. Being a high priestess is wrong, or charging for it is wrong. You should only charge $25 an hour or less because everybody should be able to afford you. Are you, the high end or the low end? And is there anything wrong with being high end? If it calls you, if you have a high end vibration in your soul, if that just makes sense to you to charge high end rates, then that's your destiny. I know it's hard. I come from a lineage where we felt bad to spend money. I used to bargain shop for nail polish. I would only go for the 99-cent one because that was my Jewish training from my dad. It was like you had to save every penny. But we come from an ancient lineage of very powerful souls with an ancient blood that holds a magic that can do some really powerful things. And so there was this disconnect. So learning again how to charge what I deserve was one of the hardest things. My twin flame and I, we run a 6-figure business, and it's one of the most beautiful, blissful experiences, and also one of the most terrifying because we're breaking the system. We're system busters, and we're creating new paradigms where we're allowed to be on our soul purpose and receive an abundant life where you get to travel, where you get to live anywhere you want for any amount of time. Poof, poof, you create this and that. I mean, it's amazing to know that we live in these free times, and yet our old stuff, our persecution stuff, those past lives, those things our ancestors suffered through, that even you felt as a child because it was just in your cellular memory, your DNA. And maybe you got yelled at by parents or teachers or other kids and bullied, and so it's still part of your physical and emotional memory in this life. And what you learn about money from your family. So the tools that I share with you are to just be really loving of yourself and to let yourself dream about what you want to create. And to take charge from spirit, not from the ego world, not from what other people think about your money situation, not from, what your parents taught you about money or didn't teach you about money, but to be open to the universe and to charge up your pussy power, which I talk about in other videos. I'm not going to talk about here, but it's really important to get in charge of your lower chakras, your feminine essence. Thank you for joining me from the castle. It's been such a delight to get to experience this energy with you, to your abundance, to your financial success. Namaste, love and light. And do subscribe for upcoming videos like this one. Namaste, namasko.